Okie dokie, everybody. Here we are for round number 6 for the face-to-face 1K that happened a couple weeks ago. Apologies that we're starting mid-match, but we have Elliot on player 1 side and Chris Ha on player 2 side. Elliot piloting Goblins, Chris piloting Grixis Delver. So we are at Elliot's second turn. He has played a Cabin of Souls naming Goblins, and he's played Goblin Matron, and it's going to search for a Muxus to the top of Elliot's deck. He's going to pass. Chris going to crack his Mishra's Bauble, targeting himself, trying to get this Delver to trigger. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. He's gone through 3 Mishra's Baubles already, and I'm not sure if he went first or second, but he only has the 1 land. There's a Brainstorm for Chris. Going to draw 3 cards. One's a Daze, one's a Delver, and there's a Force of Will. So it looks like he has nothing but action. I believe I'm inclined to think that Chris went second here because Elliot already had the Ancient Tomb. Chris had the Volcanic Island, but I believe we saw a land. Oh, I thought I saw an Underground Sea. It might have been a Scalding Tarn, but he searches for an Underground Sea now. So yeah, it's very ambiguous, especially with the Delver deck, whether or not it is, if this is Chris's for second or third turn. He might have used the Mishra's Baubles to try to dig for another land, but it is quite ambiguous here, so I apologize for that. Chris is going to chip in for 1, brings Elliot down to 17, passes the turn. Elliot going to draw for his turn. So finds a Chrome Mox, plays Chrome Mox. He's going to see if it's going to make Chris react here. There's a beautiful Force of Will. Pitching another Force of Will brings Chris down to 18. There's a second Chrome Mox from Elliot. Going to resolve. Imprinting. A Simian Spirit Guide. Down comes City of Traders. That is 6 mana for a Muxus that we know that that we know Elliot has. So Elliot gonna slam down the Muxus, enter the battlefield, reveals the top 6 cards, and gets all Goblins onto the battlefield. And that's gonna reveal double Sticker Goblin and a bunch of other ones, and Chris is just gonna scoop them up. So that is a very quick game number 1 for Elliot over Chris. Okay, so the stickers have been chosen for game number 2. Chris most likely going to be on the play here. Elliot up 1 game. Let's take a look at their opening hands if we can get a peek. Chris immediately going to take a mulligan, followed by Elliot. Let's check out their hands, their openers. Chris seems content with his, already selecting 1 card that he's happy to pitch away. I wouldn't say happy, but very quickly chosen. Elliot thinking a little bit more deeply here. He is the more all-in strategy. I'm quite inexperienced when it comes to Goblins, so I'm not sure if it can grind or not. But here's Chris starting with a Scalding Tarn, cracking it for a Delver. Probably going to pick up a Volcanic Island here. There's a Bauble. Most likely going to be cracked at the end of Elliot's turn, and then taking a peek at his own deck to see if he can get a Delver to flip very early here. I think Elliot drew a City of Traders for the turn. There's a Chalice for 1 from Elliot. Chris very quickly going to daze it. Brings them to 18 all. Actually, I'm not sure why Chris is at 18. He should only be at 19. But anyway, Delver is going to reveal Force of Will off of the top. And Delver is going to flip. Chris is going to cast a Ponder. So I think it's Volcanic Island, Polluted Delta. I don't know what the card on the top is. Delver going to swing in for 3. I'm going to pass the turn. Elliot top decks a Cavern of Souls for his turn. Gonna play it, presumably named Goblins. Elbows on tables. We've entered the thinking phase. Paying 3 mana and 2 life from the Ancient Tomb. Bringing Elliot down to 13. Here comes a sticker or name goblin. We're just gonna call it Sticker Goblin. It's a sticker card and it's blank goblin. So let's see what's gonna happen here. I think it has resolved. Elliot was checking out the stickers. So narrow-minded is AOIE, so 4 mana. So it looks like it was resolved and comes in for 7. So yeah, the sticker goblin generated 4 mana, was able to allow Elliot to cast a battle cry goblin, and then he swung for 7. Chris draws Polluted Delta that we knew about. Gonna play the Polluted Delta and cracks the fetch. Finds an Underground Sea. Delver gonna swing in for 3. Down comes a Murktide Regent. Murktide Regent is going to be a 5/5. Elliot's supposed to be at 10 life. There we go. Elliot gonna draw for his turn. Another Ancient Tomb. Down comes City of Traders, so that's 5 mana. Tapping 3 of it to cast a... I'm pretty sure that's the Goblin Bombardiers. Or Broadside Bombardiers. So you can swing for 7, have 2 blocked. 2 damage blocked, so he's swinging for 2, 4, 6. And then he can chuck the Sticker Goblin. Yeah, so it's going to be lethal no matter how Chris blocks because of the Broadside Bombardiers. So that'll be Elliot in taking it in 2 games. Sorry for the short one. Sorry for the cutoff footage. But I will see you guys for the next one. It'll be round 7. Take it easy.